That's number 5. Number 4. Watch. Number 3 for me is, but number 2. Here we go. Number 1. There you go. I'm copying that from the last video. Number 1, man. What's up, man? I'm on my way to the shop. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to drop this motor pool from this Tahoe, so I'm making a video. I'm trying to do 20 videos before I leave. It's not looking too good. The reason why is just keep getting off work at 5:30, stuff like that, and later. So try my best though. So this video is the 5 best things about being a mechanic. Alright, I still gotta go to the shop to get, I still gotta go to the gas station and get some diesel. So the best thing, the 5th best thing for me is 20-minute oil changes, man. Like, so when you're in the military, you do PT, physical fitness, physical training. I'm messing it up, physical training. Alright, so physical training 6:30 till 7:45 here, and then work starts at 9:30. So I come home every day at 7:45 and be back at work at 9:30. Now, in that time span, it take me like 35 of those minutes to get home. So when a car need oil change, or the truck or the van need an oil change, I try to do it in that time. I try to do taping and stuff at that time. But anyway, 20-minute oil change. Like, you cannot go to somewhere and get your oil change in 20 minutes here. And I definitely couldn't do it in Colorado Springs. Like, 20-minute oil change. I remember I did an oil change. I timed it once, man. I did it in 4 minutes. Like, that's great. Like, say like you're in a rush and you and your family gotta go somewhere. I usually do it before road trips so I can get way better gas mileage. So they in the house packing some stuff up. Just came from Walmart. We got snacks and all that. Man, got the oil. Drop the filter. Put the boat back in. New filter in. Pour the oil in. Check the fluid level. Park it, and we ready. And sometimes, like I said, I do it real fast sometimes, but sometimes I like to take my time. So I average 20 minutes when I'm taking my time, just looking over everything, adding windshield washer fluid, checking power steering, checking trans, and checking everything. But yeah, man, 20-minute oil change, I love it. And the reason why is because I used to get oil changes before I started doing it myself. And man, the shortest one was probably 40 minutes. And when it's a populated area and you don't have an appointment, I waited 2 hours once. Like, after that, I used to drop the car off because it was a $16 oil change. I used to just drop the car off and come back when they say it's ready for pickup. I don't know how they was changing oil for $16 anyway, because parts cost more than that, but it was a dealership. So that's number 5. Number 4. All right, number 4 for me is you don't have to wait on fixing stuff. Like, say if, like, my alternator went out a few weeks ago, and I waited to buy the part. But say if you have the money for parts, like literally a lot of people have money for parts and they don't have the money for labor. Labor is like 75% mostly, like 75 to 25 parts to labor ratio. Some people say 50-50, but in a lot of places, man, they say $100 an hour is labor, right? And then a part could be 40-50 bucks, and labor would be 200 or 150, something like that. Like, I see it all the time. So that's one thing for me, man. I like to have a little spare money in case anything go wrong, because I do use cars only. I've never had a car note, and the reason why is labor. I probably think about buying a new car, but it ain't looking too great no time soon. But anyway, let me get in this shop, change this oil real quick so I can get to this motor pool. Yep, getting some heat for the shop. Anyway, so number 3. No, I don't want a car wash. Number 3 for me is being able to have a lot. of projects, like, not as far as everybody else's, but my own. you have a lot of projects. I like having projects, man. I like having stuff to do. I like to have fun with cars and gain more knowledge and stuff like that. Come on. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so that's number 3 for me, man. I like to play with cars a lot. I like to be around car stuff and show people stuff that I have going on, as long as it's nothing malicious or nothing like that, because there's some people that like to see what you have and would take advantage of you showing and being a nice person. And there's some people that genuinely would like to see and get motivated and want to learn and stuff like that from seeing what other people doing. So that's what's number 3 for me. Now time to get to this shop. Got enough heat for a week now, unless I take the whole Saturday, which I do plan to do. But yeah, you got to go ahead, get back over there. Y'all see what I'm in? I'm in the big boy. So let me tell you what I did before I go to number 2. Man, the oil dipstick tube came out of the hole when I did the alternator, because the alternator bracket has all the dipstick tubes in the field tube attached to it, and I didn't know. So that's why I was like, where all the oil go? Because it was still driving fine. I know it was low on oil for sure. I don't know how low. And that's how I was like, yeah, it's real bad. But I could wipe the dipstick off, put it back in. It was hitting on the side of the body somewhere, picking up dirt and putting it on the stick. So I was like, oh, I got shavings on it. But yeah, man, that's funny. So number 2. Well, I fixed that. I fixed it, put it back together, and I put 5 quarts of oil in there when I was at Walmart, and it's reading regular. So it burned 4 and some change, maybe 5 quarts of oil. So I'm just gonna put used oil in it and drive it until it break down, if it break down, which I doubt. But number 2, here we go. Number 2 is labor. Number 2 is labor charges. No labor. That's a go for me, man, because I remember my very first car. It was a Crown Vic, a 2002 Crown Vic, 200,000 miles on it. Motor was knocking, intake manifold was cracked. It was so much stuff wrong with that car. Paid $700, 17 years old, had no job. I was cutting hair for money, and I went to a shop and got a price on the intake manifold, and it was the part that they were trying to charge me for. It was $500 for the intake manifold, when the intake manifold was like $250 to $300 at AutoZone. I didn't know nothing about online at the time, so I was like, man, I'll do it myself. Worst case scenario, it can't be too hard. And the quote they gave me was $1,100, so 1,000, 1,100, something like that. I know it was over 1,000, but it wasn't more than 1,200. So something in that range, and I was like, what? The piece only $250? And they was like, nah, it's $500. I was like, how? And then from there, man, I was like, yep, I got to learn how to do this, because I love cars and I can't pay nobody that much. I was like, I ain't even pay that much for the car. Like, that's how a lot of stuff go when you go get a cheap car and you don't know how to fix it. You got to learn how to fix it, because labor is going to eat you up alive. Especially people that can't afford car notes, you better learn how to do some quick wrenching on your car, because you save you a lot of money and you'll have your cheap car, a lot longer if you know what you're doing with it. But yeah, that's number 2 for me, man. No labor costs. Love having no labor costs. Never had a car note. I'm about 48 cars in so far, and I think my car life's been going pretty fine, besides having high mile problems. But I don't have a problem with it as long as it run good. And if it don't run good, I can make it run good. Yeah, keep running for however long it's gonna run until I sell it. But yeah, that's number 2. Number 1. There you go. I'm just copying that from the last video. Number 1, man. I'm just copying that from the last video. Number 1, man. It's very lucrative. Being a mechanic is very lucrative. But it all depends on you. So if you want to accept jobs and you want to pick up extra jobs for money, you can, because it's very lucrative. A lot of people are, especially people with big families, man, they look for a family mechanic. And I've been a family mechanic for my family, my wife's family, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not all that lucrative when you're speaking as far as families, because you know you can't charge them that much. But you can, and they'll get mad, or they'll just take you somewhere else and pay full price because you want to charge them whatever. But being a family mechanic is very, to a family that's not yours, is very lucrative too, because they have multiple cars. Cars are always gonna have an issue because it's a car. It's people that say I've never had an issue with my car. It's coming. It's a car, and if you look in the back of your manual, it'll tell you what to do. Like, a lot of people don't even look at that. It says maintenance schedule or something like that. 30, 60, 80, 100,000 miles. It tell you what to do. So if you get a brand new car, you know, you put in 15,000 miles a year, and you had 2-3 years, and it's at 30 to 40,000 miles, I'm sure it's something you're supposed to done that you haven't done. So you gotta do it, and a lot of people don't do it, and that's where you come in like, hey, you need to do this. Your man say, have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? Like timing belts and timing chains. A lot of people be like, yeah, break when it break, and then never change it. Original one be on there, and when it break, that's it. Car go to the junkyard. But it'll last a lot longer if somebody's aware of the stuff they need to do, which a lot of people aren't. But yeah, man, it could be very lucrative. So my LS swap box, the white one, everything in that car was free, man. I had a little bit over $3 grand in that car, and I paid for that car and all the parts in it off doing jobs and swaps, audio setups, selling wiring kits, speakers, subs, boxes, all that stuff when I was in Colorado Springs. I wish I would have like tried to do it a little early, because I always seen LS swaps and heard about it, but I was like, man, that's past my league. But it's really not all that hard. Y'all see soon J-Rock LS swap C10. That's gonna be a pretty cool video. Y'all see us diagnosing it here soon too, in like the next few days. But for me, man, that's number one. Being a mechanic can be very, very lucrative, especially when you do all your work in-house, and then, like, say, flipping cars. It's a lot of mechanics that flip cars. That is very, very lucrative. Like, very, very lucrative. I seen a one-person dealership, well, two-person dealership here in town, and one of the people is a C10 that I was working on already. And man, they clearing some checks, man. 2 people, over 35 cars in stock. So it could be very lucrative. You could live off it. You could you can run a whole business off selling cars, like, as people see, like, yeah, and not cheap $1,000 cars either. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it could be very lucrative. I cannot wait till I have a lot of time, and I could be flipping more cars, still doing custom stuff, still doing customer stuff, still doing oil changes and regular maintenance for people, because there's just more parts, and more parts. But time is limited right now, so I'm just doing what I can when I can. Hopefully it'll free up soon. But yeah, that's it. It's the 5 best things being a mechanic, man. I'm out.